What's up, y'all? This is B-Rackz, and right now you tuned into the Progress Report.
The Progress Report.
Yo, what's going on? It's your girl, Lala Shepherd. This is the Progress Report.
Wani G.
Sapphire motherfucking waves. Oops.
Yep, tonight y'all know I got two special co-hosts. I said go-hosts, but co-hosts tonight. So shout out to the ladies in the building. And we got our next guest, B-Rackz. I thought you was... Can you do the tag for us, the B-Rackz?
Nah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm too cool for that for real.
I was waiting like, what are you gonna... You said nah, but you ain't doing that. Man, shout out to B-Rackz, man. This is actually his first interview, so I feel super honored that you shared it with me. And, you know, I've been trying to get an interview in with you for the longest, but I do understand it's about time, and I respect you for telling me, like, nah, it ain't time yet. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? But when it was time, it was time, so I definitely appreciate you being here. B-Rackz is a super dope producer. I'm going to let him speak for himself, but I got to give him a little introduction. But he is a super dope producer. You know, I met him in the studio working with my artist, Block. Anybody that know me know I love Block, you know, my babies. You know, we actually about to come super hard, and I didn't want to announce it yet, but I had to bring it up. But you actually produced, you know, they smashed record that a lot of people know them for, which is called It's Time, you and Wheezy Beatz, you know what I mean? So, and you was always in the cut just working, just minding his business. Like, I like a person that mind their business, that stay in their lane, like whatever you doing, like you just always in your lane, like no matter whatever we was doing, no matter what was going on, all the drugs, all the dices and all the studio shit, he was always just making beats, doing what he was doing. And I observe, I'm just looking like, damn, I like this kid, you know what I mean? So I like that about you. So let the world know officially, who is B-Rackz?
B-Rackz just a young, cold producer, you know, working for the best. I've been working for like 7 years producing. Trying to build up my career, stacking up on placements, learning how to get into the industry, learning myself. I think I'm gonna be one of them next young producers to take over, you know.
Nah, that go without saying. I mean, I would probably give you that crown already now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just being real, like it's a lot of records. Matter of fact, I just want you to name drop a lot of, or just name drop some of the records that you produced that people will probably know.
Number one would be Yes Indeed. I co-produced that with Wheezy.
Tell the people who made the records too, so they know.
Yes Indeed with Drake Lil Baby. I just dropped one with Lil Duke and Gunna called Petty. I got one with Loso Loaded, Lil Yachty called Loso Boat. I got a lot of work out. You know?
A lot of shit with Gunna.
A lot of stuff with Gunna. We even got hidden records.
Definitely, man. You so humble. You know, because if I was
humble.
producing, I was fine. I'd be like, yes, indeed.
Google me.
I mean, that part, no, just like with you. But I love that you humble. And you, like you said, the key word is always that you learning. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I respect that. So, how'd you link with Wheezy Beatz? And if y'all don't know Wheezy Beatz, man, shit, Wheezy so dope. Y'all heard his tag.
So,
yeah, exactly.
I was locked in the studio with Monster Marc for like 2 or 3 days.
Shout out to Monster Marc, too.
We was in there for 2 or 3 days at my manager's old spot. And, you know, we were just working, cooking up beats, trading sounds, and, you know, doing what producers do. And he introduced me. He brought this cold producer, Wheezy, in.
Hell yeah.
He introduced us. And I think I had fell asleep. I was on something. I fell asleep and I left my laptop on. It was a beat that I didn't finish. I woke up and Wheezy on my laptop finishing it. It just sounded crazy. After that, you know, we just clicked and started working.
That's what's up. Definitely. Well, but before we go any further, you know, we like to play games here, I guess, just to, you know, see, you know, what y'all know, what type of, you know, knowledge y'all got. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to play this one game here. It's called the password game. So don't be trying to look at my paper neither. You know, stay over there. All right? So pretty much you are the player. We're going to nominate him to play this game. You know, if you don't feel comfortable, then one of us would do it, but we want you to do it. We want you to grab one of the little words out of this little baggy bag we got here. And don't tell us what the word says, but you got to say things that's going to make us guess the word, okay?
Yeah.
So if you can successfully do that, then we'll guess the word. So we're going to give you 3 different tries, all right?
Okay.
So don't let us see what you pick. Whenever you pick it, just put it towards your face only, you know. So this is the game. So us, the host, we got to figure out what the word is based off what he grabs out the bizag.
Pressure.
It's a lot of pressure, you know.
Let me get focused.
I'm focused. I'm ready. And I ain't even look at the stuff.
Right.
I kind of did, but I didn't, you know.
I know you did.
All right.
Let's see.
You go?
Yeah, do you think?
It's a knife.
21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too easy.
I mean, hey. All right, well, next one. All
I'm
right.
like, I don't know what just happened.
What? We got to guess the word that he pulls out the bag, guys. And, okay, so you can keep that one out.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I love 21 Savage.
Still don't know
I
what
heard it's a
happened.
knife. I said, 21. Okay. Okay.
I got the next one. I got the next one.
All right. Call it. Yes, speaking to existence.
Right. Claim it.
Claim that shit. He said, ooh. You can pick another one if you
I gotta say a word or
you
just
gotta
a
say
phrase or something.
You can say anything, but just do not say the word that's on the paper, so we can guess it.
Date night at an Italian restaurant. Is that a good?
Oh shit!
Lasagna.
It's some fancy shit. Weenie, my nigga. Like, what? All right, let me see.
Pasta bar. I don't.
Like kisses on the neck.
Freaky sneaky.
Damn. Wait, this is a person or this is a actual
It's
restaurant?
a word.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
word.
French kiss? French fries?
Nah.
Damn.
Foolish.
Pee Wee? I mean,
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon.
Honey.
Marriage?
Marriage?
Love?
Y'all
First
close.
date.
Oh,
Y'all
we
close.
close, y'all. Let's think about this. Okay. Love, pasta,
Date, kiss.
shit.
Anniversary.
I'm gonna go with engagement ring.
No.
That's too much.
He said no.
Y'all far off.
I thought we was close.
We was hot.
Y'all
and
was
we got
close,
real
but
cold.
that's
Okay, I said
We was
love.
back love.
It's something like love.
Pasta and love.
Lust.
It's showing love.
It's showing love.
The expression is showing love.
Damn. You know what? You're going to have to tell us the word because we ain't going to get that one. What is it?
Romance.
No, hell nah. Yeah, I would have never. Okay, let's
Definitely
choose
would
one
have
more. We shitty.
Nah, that was nice though.
That was good.
That led us into a little bit of your
Nigga said
psyche.
pasta.
He said date
He
night
said
at an
pasta.
Italian restaurant.
Okay.
That was fly.
Oh, that's where you take your girl?
That's how you feel?
Oh, y'all go to your pasta.
Yeah.
Well, I like steak. I don't want no pasta.
Steakhouse Bay.
Okay.
I love pasta.
Me too.
I like pasta. Okay.
Favorite dish.
You better
Little pesto, little angel hair.
I know. All right, what's this one?
It's gonna be obvious if I say it that way.
Man, say that shit.
Major key.
Oh, DJ Khaled.
See, y'all, it's too easy.
I slipped
We just too
cheese, so-
good. That's really what it is. You know, you don't have to say
easy.
it's too easy. We're just that good. No, I'm just kidding.
We the
But now, thank you for
best.
participating in our game, man. We
Nice.
appreciate it. You know, that second one, you definitely
Just
threw us
highlighted
for a
how
loop.
slow I really
You know?
am.
I know, right?
Thank you.
I know,
Thank you for
right?
that. That was beautiful.
But man, we gonna jump back into this.
Sidebar,
interview,
I'm
man.
a zodiac person. When's your birthday? What's your zodiac?
January 25th.
January, what you,
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Like Gucci.
I would've
Gucci and
guessed
Aquarius,
that.
too.
I wouldn't have guessed that one.
Kevin Gates and Aquarius too.
Okay.
That's nice. I like that.
Interesting. Right. So B-Rackz, man, you say you've been doing this music producing thing for 7 years. What got you first interested into music?
My big sister. You know, I seen her doing music, rapping goo-wop all over the house every day. And I was like, man, I wish I knew how they put their music together. You know, I started Googling and I found out what a beat was, you know. But yeah, my big sister, she definitely my inspiration for being a producer.
That's
My main inspiration.
Did she like rap seriously or just rapping for fun because she liked
Nah,
the music?
just, you know, she loved the music, so she was rapping. And, you know, I was like, maybe I can do the beat if she rap. You know.
That's what's up. Where you from?
West Memphis, Arkansas.
Arkansas? Damn.
West Memphis, Arkansas.
Yeah, that just threw me all
Damn.
off.
Twist.
That's
Right.
tight.
Plot twist.
Tell us about that particular location.
I mean, West Memphis I can't describe it. It's such a old style town. It's not really updated. Like, we just got Applebee's.
Y'all just got an Applebee's? Now, Applebee's is they got one of those a little bit of everywhere.
Y'all got straight diners,
Dang.
24-hour diners out there.
What do y'all got? Like
We got all the local town stuff from
Mom
back
and
then
pops
that
type
that
stuff.
never got destroyed.
Mom and pops.
Do y'all got a Cracker Barrel?
Oh yeah, we got a Cracker
They
Barrel.
got a Cracker Barrel.
They
See,
got
I'm not messing with Cracker Barrel. They got one in.
Whoa. Do you like Cracker Barrel's pancakes?
She's convinced
Nope.
that that's her shit.
He ain't fucking with it.
I mean, they be here sometimes, you know.
Alright.
They be here.
What's the premises that
that's
they're
enough for
hitting?
me.
Let me know.
They here.
They just hitting? Okay.
Yeah, we need
I'm
to.
gonna fuck with them because you saying it and you vouching for them. I like pancakes.
I got help.
I'm going to have to give it another try. I tried it one time. I couldn't do it. But I'm going to try it
If I
again.
don't like the pancakes, but it's hard not to like pancakes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what? Oh, word.
Arkansas.
Interesting.
Word. So what brought you to Atlanta, or how'd you get to Atlanta?
We moved to California from West Memphis, so I was staying at Hayward.
Hey. I lived in Hayward right before I moved out
for
here.
real?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was staying at Hayward, and I guess like after a while, it got so expensive living in California. My mom was like, "We gotta move back to the South, boy." So my stepdad, he was from Atlanta, and he was like, "Why don't we go back to Georgia?" So they brought me down here with the family, just because the income situation.
I mean, that's a good thing about Atlanta too. You can find some great property, for a way affordable location. And then it's still lively. There's so much stuff going on. I love Atlanta for so many reasons. So I totally understand that. I love Cali, but it is quite expensive. So
Very pricey.
Very expensive.
very.
Too expensive.
Very.
There's a vibe out there, though.
So what type of equipment and stuff do you use to make beats? You know what I mean? I work with producers, so I know a little lingo. And B Monster Marc, he actually showed me how to make my first beat. By the way,
Oh,
so
for real?
yeah, I was in there fucking it up with
Hey,
the bass.
right. It was in there pushing.
You know what I mean? That's it. That's it though. So what you be using?
FL Studio, I gotta have my laptop, my mouse, and my interface, and a keyboard. That's the basic setup for beats. Pair of speakers or some headphones, and just go in. But it's all about that FL Studio.
Word,
got
I
a
be hearing about
question.
that.
So
sure.
for people that may not know, myself, what's a loop kit?
It's a good question.
Kit,
Yeah.
it's like a compilation of melodies that you build up over a while, and you put it online, and you give it to certain producers for them to reuse it, revamp it, put it in their beats.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Talk about just maturing in the business. When you first get into the business, it's definitely all fun and games and all that good stuff because you're just excited and eager. Like, damn, I'm in this shit for real. So talk about just maturing and actually learning, not just yourself, but just the business aspect.
Maturing as far as the business, it just come with the more progress you get.
Okay, keyword. Go ahead.
Yeah, just the more progress you get, the more issues you're going to come across and the more situations you're going to come across. And you're going to have to learn how to assess them properly, sooner or later. So as you work and you learn about these different things and you learn how to deal with them, with the progress.
That's real. That's real. Give us a couple of memories that you got, just like bad experiences you had, like when you had to learn the business the hard way, because we all have had them.
Let's see. What's my worst experience?
Because it be like that.
I think I made a big mistake on like one thing before. I think it was like I had produced an album, and they were asking me how much I want up front.
Yeah.
And I took like $500. That's probably like the sketchiest thing I did.
Keyword sketchy.
Right.
I mean, and sometimes like that's the thing. Like if you just handling your business and you ain't got somebody in place, like even if you already know how to handle the business, I feel like you still looked at as like the bad guy. Because even if you say a number that's too high, they gonna look at you like Then they gonna, if you say something too low, they be like, oh hell yeah, this nigga,
Right.
So I feel like it's good to have representation, like whether you're an artist or a management, whatever the case may be, because you should just focus on being an artist and you know what I'm saying. So do you have like a team?
Yeah, I got my team. I got my manager, C Mills.
Okay.
My mama always on my team.
Yes, mom.
Shout out to Mom.
I got my bro C4 Bombs.
Okay,
and,
shout out to
Judo
C4.
Beats.
Dope. What's some game that some of them people, especially the producers, what's some game that they kind of schooled you on directly or indirectly?
Indirectly, I say C4 taught me a lot this past year about how to get placements and develop relationships with artists properly. He gave me a lot of indirect and direct game.
Right.
So did B Monster. B Monster actually showed me the sauce about the Atlanta sound. That's the game he gave me, how to build the Atlanta sound.
Yeah, man. Beat Monster, I'm not bad. I was just gonna say Beat
good,
Monster, man. He just such a genuine dude. Like he just want to see other people win. So shout out to him again.
So with like the progress and the lessons, where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
Couple steps up.
Right.
I'm doing a little bit more better because I'm taking my time right now. I'm not trying to rush my
should.
process.
As you should. I like that. Now talk about just, producing some of these hit records that you just mentioned. Like, were you in any of these studio sessions as the records were actually recorded, or was it like a submit beat type situation, or what?
It was just the way it was put together. I just worked with my friends, and I got lucky kind of. I don't want to say I got lucky,
I
but
feel you. Right place, right
I
time.
worked with my
Divine
partners
timing.
and it came through.
For sure.
What about Creed too? The soundtrack.
Creed too.
I was such a fan of that project.
It
So
was
then to like
nobody
know
work.
that you was a part of that, like how did that come about? Like how you feel about that? Like
That's dope. Like I did that record with Ears, I think like
I fuck
2
with
years
Ears,
ago,
too.
and they put it in the vault for a couple years, And when the soundtrack was coming up, I heard that they was gonna put the song on there. It was crazy.
yeah. Divine timing. It was
That's
just
a
the
fact.
right time. Yeah. That's what's up.
What's it like, playing the waiting game? Sometimes you got a hard ass beat that an artist might they probably did record something too, but you really don't know if it's gonna be put out, and then it's like, damn, should I give this beat to another guy? Like, what's that waiting process like for you?
It don't hurt me. I make a lot of beats. I make a whole lot of beats.
You're not emotionally attached.
Right.
Nah.
That's what's up.
That's good. How many beats on average did you say you make per day, per week? What's your
About 15 a day.
damn?
Oh,
Work.
Yeah.
That's real.
a constant
That's fire.
grind.
That's real. Yeah, Wise Man once told me he tried to at least make 5 per day, so 15. That's more than wow. That's awesome.
You gotta work.
You gotta work. So, how do you find your inspiration for like finding like, if you working on one beat, how do you be like, man, I'm about to work on this next beat without it sounding like the first one that you just?
I just switch up the process I start with. Sometimes I start with drums, and the next time I might start with a sample, or just switch up how I start my beats.
Interesting.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so just outside of production, one thing I noticed about you, and which I really respected, man, you just acknowledge the importance of mental health. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was real big of you, because I feel like a lot of people in music, a lot of people ignore shit, or they act like it's not there, and things of that nature. But I'm gonna let you go into that a little bit, but just talk about that for you.
I mean, for me, mental health is it's a strong part of my life, because I was born with a condition that was like, you're not gonna be the luckiest with that condition. I was born with schizo, so it's kind of difficult dealing with it, especially when you're in the music business, because it's like it make everything complicated. But like it's a very important battle in my life, and I battle it pretty well, and I keep myself up.
For sure. Do you feel like what do you smoke or do you drink?
Yeah, I smoke and I drink.
Do you feel like that helps or hinders?
I mean, it's weird describing it, but smoking will help. You know what I'm saying? It'll help. It'll help sometimes, but drinking definitely not.
Really?
Drinking don't help.
Okay.
Shout out to them natural herbs. Natural herbs
man,
always
shout out to the
assist.
trees
You know what I'm saying?
and the incense.
The medication. You
Word.
dig? Are you spiritual at all? Like, do you meditate? Do you have spiritual connections, religious connections? Like, how are you with spirituality?
I try to pray every day.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's what's
That's
up.
good.
That's meditation too.
That's
you
a
know what I'm
fact.
saying?
Right.
Talking to your higher power, just connecting. That's what's up.
Well, let him know what you do then.
Well, you know what I'm saying? No, I do trap meditation, right?
Yeah.
And you make a lot of beats, so that's amazing. But pretty much it's a connection with the vibrations of trap beats, trap music, the affirmations, the mantras that come from trap music. Just the messages of perseverance, of getting it out the mud, not letting things hold you back. So, like, your story is amazing, and just connecting that with spirituality and what I do with trap meditation. I'm going on my 1-year anniversary, so I've been doing it for about a year. So, yeah, like, I'm always looking for, new inspiration, new beats, new stories, new spirits to connect to. So what you're doing is amazing, and your story is amazing. So I'm definitely here for it.
Thank you.
Nah, go ahead.
Do you like have any advice for maybe up and coming artists who may struggle with mental health issues, who may not be as
take care of yourself, man. Don't be out here doing all these drugs. You think you cool doing all these different drugs, and it's really making you worse than where you should be. You know, do better.
Weed? No, just kidding.
Right.
I mean, you can smoke a little gas every now and then, but stay off all the other stuff.
We come from the earth.
I agree
For sure.
with that right there. Yeah.
I was gonna say, how would you okay, now I will say with the mental health thing, a lot of us go through certain things. Everybody's degree of mental health and all that good shit, everybody's different. So how would you encourage like the next person, say they battling with something and they afraid to, tell somebody, or they afraid to even act on it? What would be your word of advice for just kind of trying to get better?
And just be real with yourself. You gotta peep when you got issues and try to fix them yourself. You can't depend on other people to fix your problems. You gotta battle that stuff yourself.
That's real.
That's true.
We appreciate that. That's important. I feel like a lot of people gonna, take that away and really be proactive and,
Yeah.
So back to the music real quick now. What's some artists that we need to be on the lookout for? Because I know with you working with producers, you be hearing the shit that we probably don't even know about. Who on your radar?
Look at it.
Lil got it so hard. I like him.
He'll go crazy.
That nigga
man.
dope.
Him, Key.
Yes, Key too.
Who else? I mean, it's so many you can't even name them all. But I think Key, the little guy, they finna go crazy.
For sure. Key been going crazy. I feel like Got It too on the low. I feel like Got It, this next project, I think his project come out Friday if I'm not mistaken. So when the project come out, I feel like people gonna really get on his wave a little more. But I do like Lil Got It for sure. You've been working with young bands too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been working with him through my my partner C4. We've been getting a lot of work with everybody, but we got some work with young bands.
For sure. What's been the most memorable studio session that you've had so far?
I had a session with Manny Fresh at Patchworks.
Oh, nice.
We made a beat from scratch. Like
that's hard.
We replayed a sample with real basses and guitar. That was my first time doing that too.
Nice.
He showed me some real game.
Classic.
That is dope.
Classic moment.
Manny
for sure.
Fresh?
Yes, Manny Fresh.
That's fire.
How did that feel to even say that? Like,
Right.
knowing
That's
that you
hard.
did that. Like, what?
He one of my favorites.
Crazy.
He's
man.
dope.
It was definitely inspirational.
Nah, Manny Fresh the GOAT, man. He's somebody he's stood the trial of time and just, you know what I mean? Like, he stayed relevant in different situations and generations. So shit, as far as your career is concerned, man, like I know she asked, where you see yourself in 5 years and all that good stuff, but how do you plan on just making sure that you growing with the game, like even when you get older and all that good stuff?
Pay attention to the young people. I always pay attention to them. They gonna always create a new wave.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's a fact.
Because you co-produce a lot, and I feel like that says a lot about your character and like who you are. Like, just working with other people, other energies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of people don't always do that, and I think that definitely adds to like your longevity. Like, who your favorite to work with though? Like, do you have a favorite co-producer? Or, somebody to go into the lab with and just kind of work with?
My boy C4.
Yeah.
We developed a relationship where we even make beats kind of the same, and we just came up with this style together. It's so hard. So that's my favorite person to collab with.
You gotta
real.
go with it. Gotta go with it.
Hell
The
yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, we like to ask all our guests, one special question. What does the word progress mean to you? That's the name of our show. We talk about getting better and all that good shit. So what does that word mean to BRackz?
Progress. To me, that means work for better results. Like, keep working and try to see the best results out of your work. Because in school, you work all the semesters, you turn your assignments in, the progress report gonna show how you really did. So
It's true.
you gotta work for them good results.
That's real. What you excited about and what's coming up next?
I got a single with Trouble and Gunna called Design of Me coming out.
Shit.
It's gonna go crazy.
I fucks with Trouble, and I love Gunna too. That's gonna be nuts. Yeah. What date do you know?
We don't have a particular date, but it's coming.
You just telling me that, or you just?
It's on.
I feel like you know, but
it's on. I can play it for y'all, but you know.
We gonna play it when we go off air. Now, see, y'all can't hear all this. Y'all can just hear it, but we gonna hear the audio.
Yeah.
All right, that's dope, man. BRackz, I'm so proud of you. Keep working, man. Keep working. I can't wait for you to come back on the progress report. Just keep progressing all that good shit. Let them know your social media.
My social media, Twitter at 1BRackz, Instagram at 1BRackz.
How'd you get your name too? I'm curious.
My partner Vago, he gave me that name before he went to jail. Mm-hmm. You know, we was just making beats in the living room. He was rapping on the little karaoke mic. He was like, it'd be dope if you name yourself B-Rackz. My name Brandon. So he's like, call yourself B-Rackz.
Word.
So, you know, my partner gave me the name before he got locked up.
That's dope. Well, that's not dope that he locked up, but that's dope he gave you. You know what I mean? Yeah. But nah, man, it's the progress report, man. Shout out to B-Rackz for coming through. Well, we about to do some pictures and drops and all that good shit, but thank you so much for coming through.
No problem.
Hell yeah. Yep.